Hi guys, I hope you're having a great day. Hope you had some good fun yesterday in the snow. Built a snowman. Today our math lesson is 3.8 and it is page 102 and 103 and it is solving puzzles, 3-digit numbers. Our first activity is solving a puzzle. It says this number chart starts at 401 and it ends at 500. What numbers are covered and how do you know? Well, it looks like 452, 452 and a few on that row and all the way down to like 462, 472, because if we count by tens, it does look like there's quite a few numbers covered. So we're going to figure out what numbers are covered. I am between, it says, I counted by tens to figure out the missing numbers. It says I am between 400 and 450. My number has a 2 in the tens. You say my number when you start at 400 and count by tens. So if we start by 400 and we go to 450 and we are looking for a 2 in the tens place. So count with me. 400, 410, 420, 430, 440, 450. Did you hear a number that we said that had a 2 in the tens place? I did. Let's do it again. 410. Oh, we'll start at 400. Sorry. 400, 410, 420. 4 is the hundreds, 2's the tens, and 0's the 1. So you're going to color the number chart to show the answer. So if you will color the number chart to show the answer. So I would probably start at 400. So color 400, or there is not a 400. So color 410. Then I'd color 430, 440, 450, because you know that 420 is the answer. You can do it either way, but 420 is the answer. And it says, after you get done with that, step up, write the number that is 10 greater or 10 less. Okay, so if we start at 470, right above 470, I want you to tell me what number is 10 less. Just look at the number chart and go up one column, which is 10. So put your finger on 470 and go up, and that's the answer for 10 less. Now put your finger back on 470 and go down 10. That's greater. So if you'll put your number on, or you write that number down below. So the first one, 10 less than 470 is 460. Go back to 470. 10 greater than 470 is, you got it, 480. So do the same thing with 424. Put your finger on 424 and go up. And that'll tell you 10 less. Go down, start back at 424. Always go back to the original number and then go 10 greater. The same with 162, which that's not on the number line. But if you'll just look at 162 and look at the tens, the 6's and the 10, and make that by less by 1. And then go back to 162 and increase the tens by 1 because that's a 10. Do the same with 856. Look at the 5 and you're going to decrease, take away 10, and then go back to 856 and add 10. If you'll do the same with 515 and 319. Number 2, you're going to write the number that is 100 greater or 100 less. Same that we just did in the first activity, but instead of 10, it's going to be 100. So you're going to change the hundreds place by 1 and then to add and then decrease by 1 to be less. So 432, I'll do this one with you. So instead of being 432, we are going to do 100 less, so that would be 332. So if you'd write 332 in the box above it, where it says 100 less, and below greater than would be 532. So if you'll do the same thing with 480, make it 100 less, then start at 480 and make it 100 more. Same with 283. Do your hundreds less and your hundreds more. 389, 100 less and 100 more. 612, 100 less and 100 more. And then 109, 100 less and 100 more. Now on the next page, 103, it says solve these number puzzles. I am between 750 and 800, just kind of like we solved the other one. It says my number has 4 ones, and the digits in my tens and hundreds place are the same. So the tens and the hundreds are the same, but in the ones, it's going to be a 4. Okay, we're going to start at 750. 750 to 800. 750. So what we could do, 750, and let me see, it says, let's look for a number. 750. 751, 752. Let's go, it says between 800. So since the ones and the hundreds are going to have the same, let's do 7, 7. And it says the ones has 4. So I bet it's 774. Because that's the same in the tens, same in the hundreds. And then the ones has 4. So let's do the next one. I am less than 750. You say my number if you start at 712 and count by tens. I have the same number of tens and ones. So 712, 722, 732, 742. Those would be your only answers. So I would like you to go ahead and do this one, and it's going to have the same tens number in the tens and same number in the ones. And it can only be out of those numbers we just said. So if you'll go ahead and do that one. And see, I am greater than 730. My number has 0 ones. The digit in my hundreds and tens are the same. So it says I'm greater than 730. So 740, 750, 760, 770, 780, 790, 800. Ooh, I heard one. It is going to be the same number in your hundreds and tens. Let's do that again. 740, 750, 760, 770, 780, 790, and 800. So your first two numbers are going to be the same. Can you figure out that one? And you can pause me at any time. D, I am between 750 and 800. My number has 8 tens. You say my number if you start at 758 and count by tens. So it stops at 800. The other one didn't tell us what it was between. This one is 750, 760, 770, 780, 790, and 800. And it has 8 tens. 758, 768, 778, 788, 798. Okay, I heard it. Did you? So go ahead and write that one where D is, with D. And the last part of this page is 4. Try to solve these puzzles without a numbered chart. I'm between 200 and 250. You say my number when you start at 150 and count by tens. The digits in my tens and hundreds place are the same. Let's see if you can do that one. You start at 200 and 250 and you count by tens. And the digits in the tens and hundreds are the same. So your first two are going to be the same number. So that would be 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250. The next one says my number is greater than 300 but less than 400. It has 0 tens. You say my number if you start at 290 and count by fives. Okay, it has 0 tens, that's a clue. And we start at 290 and we stop at 400. So 290, 295, 300, 305, 310, 315, 320, 325, 330, 335, 340, 345, 350, 355, 360, 365, 370, 375, 380, and 395. And you say my number if you start at 290, count by fives, and there's a 0 in the tens. Did you hear it? That would be the second number. 305, 310, 15, 320, 325, 330, 335, 340, 345, 350. It was really close to the front. Did you all get it? And the very last step ahead says this, or think of a number that is less than 530, less than 500. It's kind of dark in here. Then write 3 clues about your number. Just kind of make up a puzzle and see maybe if your mom and dad could figure it out. Okay, that is all of 102 and 103. We also have 104 and 105. And this is just kind of review. If you'll just look at this, and the very beginning says, these beads make a chain. Jane repeats beads to make some more chains. She uses 8 circles, and how many squares? And how many chains does she make? She will need how many circles if she uses 30 squares, okay? If she uses, so it looks like she uses 1 circle to every 2 squares. So if she uses 8 and she uses 8 circles and how many squares? I would say 16. She makes how many chains? Well, the 3 beads make a chain, so I would say 8, because there's 3 in a chain. So if she has 8 circles, she has 8 chains. Now she will need how many circles if she uses 30? Well, remember, she uses twice as many squares. So what makes 30? What 2 numbers make 30? And that would be how many circles she needs. Now I would like you to write a 3-digit number. Write 3 clues to your number, just like we did earlier. And you can use the words from that list in the box to help you. At the next page, 105, it says, write each time in words.